I'm sure you've been hearing all the buzz about Idaho being such a great place to live, but what is really so great about it? Well, I asked around to see what locals think, so stick around and find out. Hi, this is Judith Grace, broker owner of Top Idaho Real Estate. During my travels around the world working on board cruise ships, I met a handsome guy, and after dating for a year, he showed me a picture of Redfish Lake and asked me to move to his hometown to Nampa, Idaho. Well, that was a little exaggeration on his part, as Boise and the surrounding area doesn't quite look like the Sawtooth Mountains, but the mountains are really all around us, and you can be in the Rocky Mountains or in the Owahis in less than an hour. But let's see what native Idahoans and people new to the area love about Idaho, in particular the Treasure Valley. When I reached out to people, I got a ton of responses, so let's see what they were. The very first answer was from Mike. Potatoes. When people hear the word Idaho, potato is often the next thing to come to mind. Did you know that potatoes are not even Idaho's #1 produce? That's right, that would be dairy. But then, what is the story with the Idaho potatoes? Well, apparently there are 3 things that make Idaho potatoes different: the climate, the soil, and water. Most of Idaho potatoes are grown in eastern Idaho, where the day temperature is in the mid-80s during the summer and in the 40s in the evening. The soil is light from the volcanic dust from thousands of years ago, and the ash also added a rich supply of trace minerals. The fields are irrigated all season long as well, so these ideal conditions create the perfect environment for growing great potatoes, resulting fluffier baked potatoes, crispier and less spoiled French fries, and yummier mashed potatoes. Almost all people mention the wilderness, the diverse terrains, mountains, lakes, rivers, and the closeness of all of it to the Boise area. You can literally be far enough from civilization within 45 minutes to an hour. You can be hiking, biking, camping, kayaking, rafting, boating, jet skiing, skiing, snowboarding, fishing, or hunting, just to name a few possibilities. Idaho City, for example, is one of the most popular destinations. It is a quick getaway, less than an hour drive from downtown Boise. It was founded in the 1860s. The population was 7,000 at the time, which made Idaho City the largest city in the Northwest, bigger than Portland. Today, they have about 500 residents and a lot of visitors. It really is worth a drive just to get away for a few hours or days. A quick fishing trip, a motorcycle ride for huckleberry ice cream, snowshoeing, riding your ATV, or for a dip at the springs. There are literally hundreds of backcountry soaks in Idaho, the springs being one of the closest to Boise and most developed. But you can find some hot springs that are untamed, so to speak. Some are right alongside the roads, some require hike, and you will find some where swimming suit is optional. There is Kirkham, Bergdorf, Gold Fork, Trail Creek, just to name a few. The distinct 4 seasons were another popular answer. We have a semi-arid climate, hot and dry summers, with highs reaching 100 for a week or so in July, but the temperature stays around 90 degrees during most of the summer days and cools down to low 60s at night. Spring and fall are mild with swiftly changing spring weather and a brief fall. The winters are moderately cold with a few inches of snowfall here and there, but it typically doesn't stay long, so my snow shovel doesn't even get much use. We get a lot of snow in the mountains though. Bogus Basin Ski Resort is a popular destination of all the winter enthusiasts. Just a quick 40-minute drive from Boise. You can see Bogus from throughout the Treasure Valley, especially at night when it's all lit up. But Bogus Basin is so much more than a ski area. It's a year-round destination for recreation and education. In the winter, you can go alpine skiing, winter tubing, Nordic skiing, or snowshoeing. And in the summer, you can go mountain biking, ride Idaho's only mountain coaster on over 4,000 feet of high-speed twisting and turning, screaming and cheering experience through the woods. You can go on scenic chairlift rides, go summer tubing, hiking, horseback riding, and so much more. I really think the fall season expression should be changed to hunting season in Idaho, which takes me to the next popular answer to what people love about Idaho, and it is hunting and fishing. What makes Idaho so great for hunting is the fact that we have so much public land, providing so many opportunities. You can hunt for elk, deer, bighorn sheep, mountain goats, rabbits, geese, ducks, turkey, you name it. I think it is safe to say that most Idahoans are not so much about trophy hunting rather than looking for the passion for hunting and for the taste of the game meat. Alina goes every year to get an elk in her freezer. We also have abundant water bodies providing for great fishing, let it be lakes, creeks or rivers. You can find trout, bass, catfish, crappie, perch, sturgeon and more. And hunting goes hand in hand with another like in Idaho, and that is gun rights. Idaho ranks in the highest gun owner per capita in the state. Many people own a firearm or two or several. We even have laws that allow you to carry a concealed weapon if you wish to do so. The sky was another reason, according to Joni and quite a few others. Yes, we see some breathtaking sunrises and sunsets. Nothing is more magical than seeing the sky lit up in vibrant colors. It is mesmerizing when the hazy sky lights up red while the sun sets over the horizon. The racetrack and car shows were another reason Idahoans love this area. That is the top on my good friend Clyde's list, who's been drag racing at the Firebird Raceway by Emmett Highway since the day it opened in 1968. We also have a circle racetrack in Meridian, the Meridian Speedway, just off of the freeway, and several dirt tracks for dirt kart and motorcycle racing. Dirt racing is close to my heart as my youngest son is into racing, so I spend a lot of weekends watching him race while I'm eating dirt. We also have a lot of areas if you just want to take out your dirt bike and ride and jump and have fun. But if you are more of a classic car type, you can find that too. We have a ton of car shows in the valley throughout the year, and there's just something about those super shiny classic cars that makes car lovers melt on the spot. If you are one of them, you know what I'm talking about. Speaking of classic, how about classical music, ballet, arts and crafts? Yes, we have them all, from Broadway shows to philharmonics and ballets at the Morrison Center, a wide variety of art exhibits and more at the Boise Art Museum. You can check out the Boise Depot, the Discovery Center of Idaho, the Anne Frank Memorial, the Botanical Garden, the zoo, visit the Old Idaho Penitentiary, the Bass Block, and Bodo and Hyde Park in Boise. Spend some time at the Village in Meridian. Check out the train depot in Nampa, the Indian Creek Plaza in Caldwell, and the list just goes on and on. Cost of living, low property taxes, and low vehicle licenses is another reason to love Idaho. Yes, according to Wallet Hub, the cost of living in Idaho is less than the US average, and so is the effective property tax rate. Idaho ranks number 14 in the US. A lot of people like Idaho for being a very conservative state. Without going into politics, I think it is safe to describe Idahoans generally that they consider individual liberty, with the bounds of conservative values as the fundamental trait of democracy. They believe in limiting government in size and scope and in a balance between federal government and states' rights. They respect for American traditions, support Christian values. They are pro-capitalist and pro-business, advocate for a strong national defense, gun rights, and free trade. Sue moved to Idaho looking for just that and found a relaxed, safe, and friendly place with everything she could ask for. Speaking of safe, did you know that Idaho is one of the safest places in the world, with Boise ranking number 18 and Nampa number 15 of the safest cities in the US? Tom was looking for a conservative state to live in 20 years ago as well and came across Idaho, but his business and family kept him in California. When it was time to retire, he decided to finally make that move. Once he settled in his new home, he soon realized that his number one reason for his love for Idaho was far more than Idaho being a conservative state. People are the number one reason, he says now. He loves his neighborhood and neighbors. He loves socializing, safely of course, with his newfound friends, helps out at the local store, loves to do yard work, picked up golfing, and last summer him and his wife Tari went on a road trip with his neighbors to Yellowstone, visited monuments, went to Sturgis Crazy Horse. Speaking of road trip, did you know that Idaho is one of the highest RV trailer and fifth wheel owners per capita in the States? There's just so much more to tell you about Idaho, and regardless if you're a native or new to the area, I bet there was something new you learned from this video. And I invite you back to watch our up and coming weekly videos where we dive in deeper to what is Idaho all about. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe so you get notified when our next video comes out. So see you in my next video. Till then, this is Judith Grace, owner-broker of Top Idaho Real Estate, providing real value in a changing world.